And we're back. Mima mod and I didn't even know there was a Mima mod Lost Branch. To be fair, I don't really look at the mod list too often. Oh yeah, don't worry. Koishi 5 hours. Koishi dropped in 5 hours. Latitude and crack. Well, I don't take crack, so I guess I won't. Hey, first try Alice on the day. And you know what? That's 17 Alices. Hello, 11. Probably do an extended Alice grind in a bit, but I'm just gonna go until I lose an Alice, then go hit the Prism Rivers up for a hot minute. Then maybe just do a blank run, and then we'll go back to practice. Maybe at this point I should really just sit down to a 50 set of Kimotoko. Man, help him actually do it. Yeah, probably not today. A 50 set of the same spell is something for me to do tomorrow when I don't stream. Ooh, buddy. See, I was gonna go looking for strats and stuff earlier, try to find a little bit of anything if I could. But the problem is, I opened up that World Cup match from earlier this year, from the survival one, and then I just kind of ended up watching the whole thing because it was such an entertaining match. So I didn't really go digging for, really didn't get to find much for routing. And I'm not gonna do power cancel spam. Ooh, that was an ugly one. This attack has a lot of deceitful bullets. Bullets can really hide behind other bullets really easily in that attack. More than most. Also, 2 in a row puts me up to 18 Alice's. Dude, I'm so happy with how I've been doing on Fraternal Dolls as of literally yesterday and today. It's by no means perfect, but I feel like I have such a better understanding of like what I'm looking for, rather than just like dodging blindly on like the first and third waves. Oh, that one's always weird when that bullet gets middled. Well, okay, now let's do what I actually need to. First try, second, not today. What's the goal today? To get more Alice's and more Prism Rivers, and maybe some Yomus. And then also do probably a run at some point. At least just like try a glance at a run or two. But yesterday was some really good Alicing. Well, that's actually one thing I was proud of. I'm really glad I started off with 2 perfect Alices quickly. Because yesterday ended good, but did not start good. But optimization, getting better at specifically at this boss, which is the #1 boss I need to get better at. I also believe that with this boss, that second non being a terrible attack, unlike stage 6 with Spam and Yomu, with HGS, which I feel have a lot of variation, And even 7 Cons, because 7 Cons has, it can really high roll you sometimes. It's usually not bad, but it can really high roll you should it desire. I feel like this second non is a lot more consistent, or at least a lot easier to make consistent. So it would be a lot better to optimize this now. Or maybe not optimize, but just get better. Oh, that was gross. Damn. Very glad to have learned about that strat. Is she too high? Oh boy. Oh, don't die to that. Oh, my deficit, this me still getting used to this. I'm still getting used to this strat, you know. So the yellow one's the last wave. Whenever I see the yellow ball come out, I can just go low and not care about my vertical positioning anymore. Wow, that was a 1.5. I feel like the second non will be a lot better. Once I get, I feel like there's like one more read I need to learn to like look for on that second non. Same type of thing I had to start looking for that I eventually found, I think, on frat dolls. It's like one more like read to start looking for. But I think on the first nod, I know what to see, I know what to do. I just gotta, like, get better at that early part with the new strat. And then with... that second nod, it's just that white wave is just like... I know what I'm looking for broadly, like what makes the dodges easier. I just gotta learn, like, to read where the separation between the crossing bullets is gonna be, so I don't have to deal with two at once. Why did I think that was a good idea? Oh, frames. I love it. I just think my frames really just don't like this stage. I think my internet's not a fan of Prism Rivers. No, it was brief lossage. Could still hopefully be vertical. Nope, that was dumb. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Alice isn't easy. But she's gonna be a lot more stomachable than this fight. I had that ball at a really weird vertical angle. That was the part to the side. Maybe I shouldn't go left. So I think I'm just more comfortable going right on that non. That second wave gets a lot easier if you can bait her to the left twice, which is pure RNG if she goes high enough, but... Just get lucky. Not die to this like I just did earlier. Okay. There's one. Push me up to 3. Oh! Why? I celebrated too early and I got. Damn it! I even got the good part done. Oh. I was so proud of that one too. I was like, oh, that was such a good move. I was even able to stay centered for a while. Oh, I thought for sure I would have passed that. Oh. Hey, I made the same exact good move. That's pretty cool. Middle part of the fight is so slow. It's so slow. Certo grosso. I did learn one idea from that. If I gained anything from trying to like watch stuff earlier, I did learn one even bitty thing from that. That puts me up to 4. What am I, 18 and 4 now? Is that 2 second ons in a row? It was, and I died to that. That was booty piss. Yeah, that was a really dumb first non. Not high enough. Bro's becoming the master of that second nod? I am 3 in a row? Unbelievable. No, but once I die to the Prison Rivers one more time, I'm actually gonna go sit just on that second non, because I have an idea. I need to play it out once or twice more, just to make sure my idea isn't bogus. But I think I see something. I don't know how consistent it is, but it's something. It's let me just get 3 in a row, so hey, that's pretty cool. Fully weird. Yeah, I got a first try Alice, and I got back to back, but then I was like, I don't wanna. I want to do some Prison Rivering. As much as I still want to do more Alice's, getting Prism River is really the number one thing I need to learn right now. So, at least currently. do really like the kind of the idea that I learned there. Do I stand by this being the hardest fight in the game? I don't know. It really depends on... It really depends on... if I can get better at this first non-strat. And if what I'm thinking about with this second non actually has meaning. I think it does have some meaning. So I might take back that sentence. Although, how much harder is Yomu or Yuko comparably? I still don't know. Okay, you know, I died to the easy part, but like... Oop, wait, that was the wrong attack. I forgot I'm just practicing this non. Like, that's what I need to avoid during that purple part. The idea I have in mind for that blue part, but I gotta get smart at the purple. I think she's tall, but I'm not comfortable fading it from that side. That was a bit of an awkward angle, and I still had it. Maybe this attack's just free. I do say that as completely as a joke. That's too tall for her. I really gotta be better about that. You RNG minute the Touhou games? I don't think so. I think there's like a couple instances where you can do something, but as far as I know, not really. Right now I'm dying to the purple wave. So maybe even when she gives me the tall movement, I don't even care. Like, this is tall movement. And I'm just not going to care. I'm just going to focus entirely on the purple. Yeah, those are the awkwarder things. Well, because, like, a lot of the things about the move is that's definitely too tall. If she does the too tall movement, do I take it? I don't know. Because one of the problems with Touhou movement and manipulating it is, let's take this attack. This attack speaks very, very true for it. You can manip her horizontal positioning. Like, her horizontal positioning is going to always be consistent. But her vertical position is random. Okay, that was bad for it. At least her vertical movement there is random. I keep dying to the red.
Lastly, let's discuss how to remove the red.
I could ask if there's any Zero Escape fans in chat, but I already know that answer is 0. Sad. Yeah, I know, the name of the game's got you move. I've commented on that like once or twice. Every time I like glance at it. How's the programming cards were going? You haven't done anything yet? How is Clownpiece gonna get in a playable state if you don't? I mean, we still have cards that we need to make before she's in a playable state, but... Hello, family team. Thanks for the good luck. I mean, anything's technically playable. What am I keep dying to the purple part. Like, I think I'm getting smart about the blue part, and now I've somehow gotten dumber about the purple part. She's really low right now. Gaining at least parts of the stage. Well, I was practicing the full Prism River, but then I, because at some point, like, I want to practice some, like, stage portions for sure. Specifically this game. Or it's this game, this stage. I keep dying to the purple. I'm talking too much. Quick practice spam. Spam is, like, the last thing I'm going to practice. Like, spam is the worst thing to practice, and it's kind of therefore going to be the last thing. But I feel like I'm getting a lot better. I feel like I have a better grasp at this and frat dolls than I did 2 or 3 days ago, which is very optimistic long term. Like, that was one of the uglier dodges. Still nice. I think the left. Yeah, you know, her sisters are, they're stage. They have stage fright, so. It's the purple wave, I swear. What was I doing? Because I did the purple wave like 3 times in a row already earlier. And now I'm just choking on it. Okay, that was absolutely luck-based that time. I've been doing well on that part. That right there was pure RNG. Yeah, that one was not. I mean, sure, there was some RNG to it, of course, but that time I actually read what I was doing. Well, that previous one was just move. Oh, RNG, sir. I mean, it has its RNG. But it's less about her giving you a bad pattern and more you reacting to whatever pattern she gives you. Like, she's gonna have you better or worse in some instances. But, like that was actually kind of lucky. She went high up on the screen, but she put the cross in the middle, which is a little unlucky, so it's kind of a mix. Like, there's RNG, but what I more meant is it's less on, like, her making RNG. Like, this, she's really low. But there was not as much RNG in that dodging, because I played accordingly around it. It's more that dodge I made was just kind of like a blind dodge. Like, I just kind of moved and it works. That was one of those where I don't see a hole, I just kind of, like, go towards a location and it works. Like, that one was me seeing a lineup again and going for it. Have I double-checked them? Well... I did get Merlin's once during a run, and I can very safely say that I don't need to learn it. That Lyrica's is easier. I think I saw the Lunasa one during the run. But regardless, I don't think it really like, word of mouth from Touhou players is that it's the easier of the three. Lyrica's easier of the three in the second form. But I don't need to go confirm that, because regardless, the Lyrica non and spell is some of the easiest parts of this fight. In fact, they're like the easiest. So it's like, I mean, it's like, it doesn't matter if even Lunasa happens to be easier in my eyes. It's just like, the Lyrica is not that difficult. Yeah, she was really low. What is the Lunasa? I guess we can find out. It's not gonna kill me. To not. Oh yeah, this. This knot is definitely not easier than Lyrica's. Not that this knot is the worst, but yeah, I did see both of these. It's just the fact that Lyrica's non and spell are just so not bad. It's like, let's do it real quick. Because this is so just... I tapped. You guys ready for this? I moved again. Are you ready for this? Tap, tap, tap. Oh, here we go. Tap. Here we go. Oh, we're gonna tap over here. And then we're gonna tap, tap, tap. Actually tap the fourth time. Like, the non is so simple. And this is also really simple of a spell. It's just kind of the reality of it. It's not even a homing moment. It's just like, these two attacks are just the attacks you want to aim for, regardless of what shot you're using. Yeah. So I got Merlin. I did do that once. I did both accidentally stumble upon Merlin and Lunasa once. I should have played more aggressive on that tactic. The good news is, on an LNN, that should be impossible. Or very much close to impossible from happening. You made me surprised, then, if that's your statement. I think I might be able to get it by the end of the year. He says as he dies, so this is bad. But I think it's more than possible I can get by the end of the year. I think I will have a run, at least one run that would be deathless, depending on spam, by the end of the year. What, did you just see that? You're going to luck. I mean, you're always going to luck into something during, like, there's going to be luck in your runs regardless. Like, you're gonna get, like, oh, that was very nice, right? Like, that was skill right there. But I don't always skill my way through that. Yeah, it's like, I can get as good as spam as I want to, but reasonably, in the middle of a run, I'm probably gonna need to get some luck. Now, that doesn't take away any of the skill and the consistency you're going to want to have for things like that. But, like, that's not even, like, the extent of the luck you're going to need. Or you're going to get. Because the problem is, when you're playing through 32 minutes of... I keep suffering during this. I think I'm slowing down and just doing some talking now. But the reality is, in the course of 32 minutes, you're gonna get some bad luck and some good luck. Like, that's just inevitable. Okay, well, I'm up to, what's it, 18? That's so dumb, I hate that. I'm up to, what, 18 Alices and 4 Prism Rivers? But, like, you could go watch, let's take the person I always refer to. Let's go take Yats. You could go look at any of his LNNs, watch through it and be like, oh, he got lucky there. Oh, look at that. That was pretty good luck right here. It's like, it's gonna happen. There's no shame in getting good luck. It's like, it's gonna happen. And it's not even like let's take EOSD as a top tier example for this.
Oh, bro got lucky on books.
Like, that was just the worst way to dodge that. It's like with EOSD, it's like,
oh, just keep playing the game till you get lucky. Oh, you keep going till you get lucky.
It's like, just wait till you get the log. It's like, that's not necessarily how it works. But you're gonna get, like, you're gonna get, you know, on a given run, you're gonna get a really good Books. You're gonna get a really good Agni Radiance if you're playing Verse A. You're gonna get maybe a really good Scarlet King Tokyo. Maybe a really good, what's it, Vampire Illusion. Like, you're not gonna get everything great on a run. Like, if you go, like I always compare with Yats's run. If you go look at his run, you'll find one part of each LNN that's ugly. That just is ugly. Like, you'll see a dodge where it's like, how do you do that? Because you're gonna have to muscle your way through something. But you're gonna see attacks where it's like, oh, that was pretty lucky on that one. Like, if Family Team sits down right now and starts grinding... I'm struggling versus this non right now. if Family Team sits down and starts just playing some runs casually, right? He's going to die to books a bunch, and he's probably going to live it a bunch. You know, depending on how many runs. If he does 5 runs, maybe he dies to books every time. But if he does enough runs, he's going to die plenty, but he's also probably going to live books plenty. But it's just a coincidence that, like, the runs that live through books are going to be the good ones. Why did I run into the single? Yeah, it's because, like, Remy's first half, correct me if I'm wrong, is not too luck dependent. Like, sure, there definitely probably is some, but, like, it's not too shabby. But, like, those last 4 attacks have a lot of variability to them. And the end reality of it being that. I've commented this with Sakia before, right? I think it's one reason why the 1cc is not nearly as difficult as the LNN, is because you're going to it's because it's like with Sakia. You're gonna get a good Sakia attack whenever you fight Sakia, basically every time. But you're also probably going to get a pretty bad Sakia every time. Like, at least on one attack. Same thing with Remy, right? Especially with how long some of Remy's attacks are, it really shows. Do I have residual impurity deal 2 damage? Well, I was unsure with exactly what I wanted to do with that card. The idea, of course, is that you can pull it multiple times, but the base idea was some things where it scales based on your damage. So, like, the higher damage you deal... I trapped myself in the corner. Well, that's the thing. Let's take the riposte card that Yomu has, which is significantly higher in its base, which makes me... I wasn't sure where to put that card, because the thing is that I see potentially with that card is, especially when upgraded, if you have 1 colorless mana. I was tempted to put it at 1 colorless and then make it 0, make it free on being upgraded, but I'm really concerned about doing that. Because I really like the idea of having its, like, poison value scale from your damage output. Because there are cards that do that with its effects. Even in the base game, like I said, there's that riposte rare Yomu card from the mod. But there's that blue Reimu card that also scales with your damage. I think there's more. Although I may not be mistaken. I may be mistaken. Yeah, spread damage, that's one. But that was a card where I really did not know what to make the numbers. Because I kind of wanted to make it scale its value with... Hey, sucking to HGS right now. And that wasn't even that bad of a roll. I wanted it to scale with your damage, because partly, especially with Reimu A, like, you're scaling damage. Or Reimu B, I think. Like, you're scaling damage. And so some of the idea is that you play it, it's going to deal, what? Say you play it and it deals base 4, but then you pull it again, and then next time it's doing 6, it's doing 8 or something. Like, I was really unsure what to do with the mana cost, because I kind of wanted to set it to 1 colorless, upgrade, make it free. But I was leaning towards the side of caution, at least temporarily. I was thinking about potentially buffing its base damage number up to, like, 5 as well. Well, I did specify because I did specify, I think, that I wanted it as like a black card or like a black. I forget exactly what I wanted it specified as, but I did specify what color I wanted that card to be, right? Because there are cards in game that don't have a colored mana cost but are still associated with the color. So I wanted that with like associated with the color, but it doesn't have a base like color cost. Like, I think I threw it as, like, a black card, but I wanted it, like... That'd be so gross. What do you mean it'd be so gross? In what way? Did I specify color? Okay, I may have... I know I specified colorless for that rare that I want colorless. If I did specify colorless for that impurity card, then that's entirely on me misspeaking that. I meant neutral mana. So that was very much my... I meant to make that a black card that is just neutral mana. So that was that. Listen, all my card ideas I write down on my notepad on my phone while I'm at work, and then I just kind of like copy paste them over. So if I mess up the wording of something, that might be why. Oftentimes I'm like thinking very far ahead, you know, as well, and that can maybe cause me to mess things up. Ooh, gross. Okay, bro, we gotta get better at Yomu. Holy crap, it has already been an hour. And that might be not vertical enough. Oh, it's the second wave, so it's always gonna be fine. No, the only besides the teammate ideas that I gave you, the only off-color card I made was that, that, like, Pure Flame ability that I sent you. The colorless one. That was the only off-color card made. Mostly because I was making the poison abilities, or the few poison cards, and then I thought of it, and, like, I originally was gonna, like, make that, Ow. Play your outs, what can I say? Yeah, that sounds like a really well-designed card. Because I was originally actually gonna make that rare like a black-red like ability, but then I thought about it and I was like, this would thematically work really well as like a colorless off-color card. So I buffed up a couple of the numbers and then was like, I gotta set this as an off-color. And then I was like, if I do that, then I should probably make a different one more poison card, because I kind of want to like have like 2 black poison cards, and that might be where I messed up like my writing. Make a person with team. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't have names or flavor text or anything for the teammate ideas, because I'm mostly letting you handle those, unless I have like a really good idea for like a teammate design, but I'm letting mostly you handle those. I know it might be a bunch of work, so you don't have to as well, Game Glitcher, but if at some point you like have a list compiled or somehow, or even just in-game have screenshots of all the cards that you have like done or something, that'd be cool to see. So I'd kind of like to see like what like the ratio of like raw cards to like buff cards to like attack cards, and like that's another one. Because I was thinking earlier, I was like, ooh, I kind of lack a couple, like, expensive damage cards. I thought about that, because I was like, I've made a handful of, like, cheap, like a few 2-cost, I think a few 3-cost damage cards. But I thought earlier, I was like, I don't have any, like, 4 costs. There's that one block card that with the Lutic Torches active swaps over, but that was, like, the only one. I was like, I should make, like, 1 or 2 4 costs. Just have a couple, like, high ends. So I did that, but I'm kind of curious as to how the balance is. If it's too difficult to, like, do that or anything, don't worry too much about it. But also, that's 1 Yomu. 1 Yomu, 4 Prism Rivers, 18 Alices. But it would be nice to be able to visualize, like, the card list and potentially the mana cost or something. Like, if there's a spot in-game where you can just, like, compile them all together, even if they're, like, you know, no images, they're kind of, like, hard to differentiate, it'd still be cool to, like, be able to see them all. Oh, do I have too many hybrid cards? Maybe I should make some more red. Oh, do I have barely any red, like, uncommons? Do I have barely black uncommons? How much cheap stuff do I have? How much expensive stuff do I have? Yomu's RNG game show. The good news is, once you're past HDS, well, 7 cons can high roll you. So I shouldn't say once you're past HDS, the RNG's gone. Like, this spell and the next spell, I definitely will die to until I'm a lot better at. Did I just iframe that? I think I did. That was a really ugly clump. Get 1 more Yomu, and then I'll actually do a run or 2, just for the hell of it. Just so I can die to Kimen Toko, you know? Nice. Is it completely different? I don't actually know what it looks like on normal. For second spell. Oops, you're not supposed to move there. Shh, it's fine. It has a safe spot too, huh? Neat. She numes? She doesn't really nume a lunatic. Really on Lunatic, Yomu gets lazy. Okay, 3 cons. Very nice open lane there. Hey, no high roll crit. Nice. That puts me up to 2 Yomus. Gotta try for the back-to-back Yomu real quick. Don't touch me inappropriately, Yomu, please. Oh, she did it! Oh, that bullet was so, like, up to the right. Ugh. Yeah. Before I sit down and do some more Alice's, just sit here for a little bit like this. Her name's so damn long? That's a good question. She's not the only one with long names. Yuko has some.
Or semi-finals real, you are. What are you hating me about?
No, I'm not going on a date with you. Splitting up one status effect into 2? What status stuff are you working on now? You still doing mania shenanigans, or do you have something else that you're working on? Ah, yeah. I see. Are you talking about the colorless ability? That was the idea. It was gonna have like a permanent purify effect, which I think thematically works well, and then which is partly why I also have the poison lock-on numbers pretty high, because they're like it'll scale really fast, but kind of like the idea of it. It's also off color, so it's gonna be strong, and it's a rare too. But yeah, I did have the idea to make it permanent purify. Yeah. Although my idea was that the ability cards are like the permanent effects, and like a skill card's usually temporary effect, or like an attack or whatever. But yeah. If you have questions of clarifications ever, do just ask me. Is she gonna middle laser me? Okay. Also, like I said, with all the Mania cards I made earlier, I kind of like tried to make some of them like pretty strong and some of them fairly weak, depending on how strong Mania ends up being. So like not all of them were designed to be playable at like the same time, necessarily. Although my favorite, you know, I was about to say my favorite card I developed all day was that Enter the Coliseum one. I really like that card. But then the card I was actually the happy about is that the one I made late, where it, you know, kind of essentially shuffles itself back into the discard pile with the exile and shit. I wasn't sure about making it. You guys making mod for it? Lost Branch of Legend, Touhou. I play a bit of Lost Branch during the off times, or during my non-main games of Touhou. That was not the best wording I've ever used, but I am also fighting this spell. And he's making a clown piece mod. Game Glitcher took it on himself to want to make it a clown piece mod, and I've been occasionally on Discord feeding him card ideas. And by occasionally, I mean I had a lot of cards I actually came up with today. But that's because all morning I was like in a really good mood for that. Afternoon, not as much. Like I was really thinking about other things, but all morning I was just like, just going through. Hey, let's not pretend I haven't made anything flashy. Wait, I'm mostly like Game Glitcher handle a lot of the flashiest things. Because he had a lot of out there ideas, and I'm just handling. Here's a block card. Here's a cheap block card. Here's a pretty standard attacking card. Start dipping the flashy. Well, partly because I think it was yesterday when I made that rare neutral card. That was partly just because, like, that was an idea that really came to mind. I was like, I have to put that out there because I loved how that card, like, was designed. But you mentioned yesterday how you didn't have that many rares at the moment. So I started thinking of some rares. And specifically, I was like, if you had any rares, I'd assume that the rares you have made were probably mostly, like, high-end abilities, like flashy ability rares. This is what happens when I talk. So I was like, you know, if I have a couple like interesting abilities and rare abilities or something, I'd bring them up. But I also want to make like, oh, here's a rare attack card. Oh, here's a rare defense card, right? A lot of characters have those. Stop talking. Yeah. Streamers, stop talking. Play the game. So the problem is when it comes down to like creating cards like this, I'm very passionate about it. Because I have a lot of fun like thinking up a lot of these things. I cannot wait to like actually like get a large enough amount of cards to start playtesting. Do a playtest, and it's like half of everything is just ass, and half of everything is broken. Although I still stand by that defense card that inflicts poison is not the most broken thing I have developed. I will stand by that very strongly. Well, that's one thing about, like, a lot of the self-harm cards is, like, you know, you could probably because, like, I had that one defense card that self-inflicts weak, and there's a bunch of, like, the self-infliction stuff. And some of it, you know, it's powerful enough where you could get away with it, but there's probably only, like, how much weak or vulnerable are you willing to take on yourself, right? Take the from Pure Fight special. That would fit. That would fit. The only modded Lost Branch character I've played is Yomi. I'll probably play some of the others. I've heard the patchy one's good. I'll probably play that one. Fortunately, I have Damiko's here to play literally every single modded character and tell me how they are to know who's worth playing. But yeah, I was if you actually go on the YouTube, you can find it right now. But like, I have a few modded Yomu runs on there, and I really enjoyed her. Two runs haven't been kind today. I mean, no, I wouldn't say that. I've barely been doing runs. And the bit of practice I was doing, although I haven't, like, had that many, like, clears, I'm happy with, like, the way I'm getting a feel for things, specifically on stage 3 and 4. There's a Yuyiko modded character? UB is contrarian to the unspoken rules of card roguelikes. What is the Yuyiko B? I didn't know there was a modded character, Yuyiko, and what does she do? Why'd I dump back down? I mean, yeah, there is the tri-colored stuff, but there's a what is it? What'd you say? Patchy was a tri-color base? But I don't think that's necessarily the issue. Probably. Oh, I can't read right now. Living bullets. And losing frames. And I died to bullets because I was looking at my frame count. This is what happens when I have bad internet. I look over and then I die. Especially mills your draw pile, turns out the entire can. Huh, interesting. Is it just a really one-dimensional? Interesting. So what you're telling me is I should definitely play Yiko V on stream. Oh yeah, also, Koishi dropped, Koishi, 5 hours. 5 hours, Koishi dropping. Here, I'll be back in like a couple minutes. I gotta check something. Sorry about that, just some dog issues. See if we can't get decent run before I call her. Combining some of the card tools would be kind of funny. I was actually wondering that myself, if you could pull the Yomu stuff with a different character with those exhibits, but I never actually did much finagling with that. Or I never actually tried to like play with a new character and force that. I thought about doing it, but I never did my own. Yeah, blank card. I assume that'd work. And that blank card might let you get other characters' cards, but I never actually tried though. Blank card doesn't give you other character tools. Oh, yeah, did you set the Jade box up to do that? I think I'll take my, I guess I think with the way that you guys made it come out that RNG is coded, that blank card probably just specifically instead of pulling from every pool, it just like specifies all the pools you can pull from. Maybe. And then so when you add new character, that doesn't like going along with it. I'll play a little bit longer, but I am not going to force myself right now. I had a good early part today on this grind, so... Not unless you go modded, right? Actually, I don't know how many existing modded teammates there are anyway. There's the 3 Fairies of Light, Diose, Lily White, Wriggle, Letty, Kasumi, Misumaru, Yukari, Patchy. Are there any others I'm missing? At least in vanilla. Not Wriggle, not, Eternity. That's the one. I thought Poison Effect and thought Wriggle, but it's Eternity. Oh yeah, Bailing. The one with Saki exclusive. Does Mei Ling do? She whenever you take like damage or whenever you get hit as Mei Ling, it adds a throwing knife to hand and gains +1 to the counter. And then her ult is a big firepower gain and like a life gain, like 12 life or something. It also on play gives you like a graze. I've seen it a couple times, but you know, it's off-color Sakia teammate. It's not something you see much. I think it was a green and yellow. Or excuse me, green and white. I don't know. I just kind of want to shut my brain off right now. But I also kind of want to, like, force it. But give it, like I said, a few more minutes. Yeah, I've always said that too. I don't like how it's called. I mean, I understand, you know, the white and black, but like, come on, it's purple and yellow. Like, I get myself on that all the time. I think you can get away with calling it either or. It's just don't correct someone for saying it one way. Right. Like, I think that's just baseline I'm gonna hold for it. Like, if I call it yellow and someone gets on me for doing that, I'm gonna beat you up. Neat. I say a lot of effects that I'm like come up with or something, you know, or like some effects aren't like necessarily the most straightforward. So if something's like not the easiest thing to code, you don't have to go out of your way for it. You can just like be like, oh, that's a little difficult. Just like alter your card a little bit or something. I mean, I guess. As long as you're fine, like, learning how to code and code all that stuff, then that's fine. Which teammate? Satori? Well, one thing she'll be is she'll be the closest character to being able to pick up Yukari easily, but I don't know. I'll say Satori teammate. Because it sounds like it makes the most sense. But it's, you know, it's really impossible to say. What do you mean it's so slow? Don't worry, guys. Koishi is dropping 5 hours. 5 hours. Or does Reimu get Misamaru? I mean, there is logic to it, right? Misamaru is the one who made the Yin Yang orbs. Oh, I got sneeze. Hey, you technically team up with her briefly in Touhou 17 as well, right? In the extra stage? I think it might be more of an excuse just to put Misamaru on a card. Here's actually a Lost Branch question. Is Windows era, not necessarily PC 98, of course, but is every single, not including Touhou 19, is every single character up through Touhou 18 represented on a card? I was thought about that, because I was just thinking of Letty. I was like, Letty's a pretty niche character. Could have made like a teammate and everything out of. And then Misamaru, I was like, is every single character on one? Probably like, and that's what I think. It's probably not true, but like, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'd actually have to like go through character by character, right? Yeah, Letty has a teammate. That's why I said like, yeah, you know, Letty's a pretty niche character in terms of like including into things, but you know, she does have a card, or a card that she's on, right? So I was like, yeah, thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it. It'll be a long grind. It'll be a while, but I know I will get there eventually. I'm just doing a run to round up my day before I call it from here. Like I said, I'm happy with my progress I'm making into Alice and the Prism Rivers, though. Because that's a big deal. That getting better at Eternal Dolls and Lunasa's Second Non is a very big deal. I believe in you. Thank you. Doesn't title. I finally got my LNB on Saturday. That was my 8 Nisser. So now I've just been doing a bunch of practice of optimizing things. I know I can do every boss perfect. I've done it before in practice. The problem is, of course, doing it consistently in a run. Or getting consistent enough to do them in a run. But I'm doing a run right now because... Oh. Frames. I believe? Thank you. But, what was I saying? Yeah, just optimization right now. Oh, I mean, there's no sense rushing into it. I did something that most people don't do, and I went through every single Lunatic 1cc. That is not the most common occurrence people did before I went for my LNB. And that took me a long while to go through every single 1cc. But I did. And now I'm here. Slowly whittling away. Yeah, because I'd really have to sit down, Damikos, and like compare. Okay, this character is this on what card? This character, this character, this character. And I can't think of any off the top of my head that aren't represented on a card. But that doesn't mean there isn't. There's a lot of Touhou characters. Kosuzu doesn't have a card, but she does have, she does appear in an event, so I would count that, right? Like she has an event, so I'd be more than content to like classify that as her being in it, right? Yeah, like, I mean, once I beat UFO. I got the Lunatic 1cc in UFO. And once I beat the Lunatic 1cc in UFO, I could have probably started grinding LNB. Maybe it would have taken a month or two still from that point, but I could have certainly gone for that after that point. Like, after the UFO grind, my skill level's probably good enough to be able to, like, work on that, but I wanted to go through every game first. And then I wanted to get my LNB in this. I actually got my extra stage NN first. Perfect extra stage. Ow! Piss butt. Oh, there's one miss. Damn it. I spent the past 2 days getting much better at Alice, and then I just shit the bed in the first dawn. Whatever. It's late in the day. We will not be too upset. That's nice. Internet. Why are my frames bad? That was a good Fraternal Dolls too. Why do you have to put frames now of all time? It's been a little bad in the day. It hasn't been too bad for frames. French. No, that's Russian, not French. Yeah. I mean, one thing about the extra stages too is that once you've done a couple of them and are able to do the games on Lunatic, even just 1cc's, they're not always the most interesting things to do. I enjoyed clearing the extra stages, but, you know, they're not, you know, compared to Lunatic, they're not up to the same level, so if that's what you find, you know, not everyone's interested in it, for a variety of reasons, maybe not even the difficulty aspect. No shame in whatever it may be. I mean, no, never mind. What, you haven't beaten all the extra stages and Phantom stage? You're not a true Touhou fan. I say do they, that's a joke. Don't worry, Momoyo will be in, playing that one close to the sun, I tell you. That could have been perfect, but I choked the bed on that first nod. That's not a term. Choking the bed's not a term. What? I was looking away. Damn it. I'm gonna die again. You know what? Let's just call it for the day. I needed to stop for like 20 minutes ago. Sorry, so here's your next goal now. Nice.